Namaskar and welcome to MyStartup TV. I'm your host, Major Sunil Shetty. In just a few days from today, India's biggest defense expo, SwaRaksha Mahotsav 2025, will be held in Visakhapatnam. As part of this special series, we are bringing you conversations with startups and MSMEs that are contributing to making India self-reliant in the defense sector. Today, my guest is Mr. Anil Mehrotra, who is the founder of Tronics India, a company working closely with the Indian Navy. So let's hear from him and get insights into their journey and contributions. Mr. Anil, welcome to the show. Telektron India, and my apologies. Telektron India, and my apologies for that. So, why instrumental and specifically naval systems was, something that you decided to get into? Yes. I think your frame froze. Yes, sir, I can hear you, Mr. Anil. I can hear you. I think there is some technical glitch. Yeah, please go ahead.
So you're saying I worked on unmanned ships also. I am a marine engineer by profession, and I have worked on unmanned ships where there was a lot of electronics involved. Electronics and automation. So my natural bent was towards the instrumentation and controls when I decided to quit sea and come over ashore. So we started working, of course, for Navy to do some indigenization jobs for them, which there are a number of jobs that we have done for Navy. Now, finally, we have settled down to after Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his initiative of Make in India, we also started doing the same thing, and we have successfully been able to do some pressure switches and pressure sensors, which have been tested to military grade, military standards, highest military standards. So that is our story.
That's quite commendable, sir. And especially with your background in the, as a marine engineer, that would have come real handy, especially when you're building the company. And you started way back in 1995, and you have provided turnkey solutions to the Indian Navy. How has your portfolio evolved over time, especially in terms of Indigenization of Russian origin systems?
Russian systems, since we had the exposure of going to a number of countries where I had seen a number of instruments which were being used, and contemporary instruments. When I came to India, I realized that the instruments being used with Indian Navy are very primitive type. So it was easy for me to translate into a better more reliable instrumentation, and that's what we did. So we have done. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, please go ahead, sir. You're saying you're done.
And we have done a number of components, number of projects for Indian Navy, including setting up their test setup at Visakhapatnam, INS Veerbahu, where they set their radar sets. They test their radar sets. And that's the only center which is doing testing, because we have done that instrumentation, which we translated from Russian components into indigenized components.
So in your effort to replace, the imported systems with indigenous alternatives, there must have been, technical and logistic challenges. So what are the biggest one that you encountered?
See, basically, if you know what the signals are required, then you can work from first principles and deliver the instruments. So all we did was to understand. The difficulty was the translation of Russian into English. So we could not understand till somebody translated what the signals are required. So once we understood all that, it was not a very difficult thing to do. So we worked it out from the first principles, and we created that test setup at Veer Bahu. So could you
walk us through, a recent breakthrough or a flagship system that reflects your core strength, say an advanced flow monitoring, pressure regulation or online vibration monitoring system. So what is that flagship product that you have built in the recent time?
Users which were being used by defense, I mean, let's say DRDOs, etc. So we have been dealing in all those instruments. Gradually, we realized that the prices are high and the instrument. So we started working on the, especially after our honorable Prime Minister appealed to us that you should indigenize, focus on indigenization. So we did that, and we could get by design, we got the correct components, and we manufacture, we put it together and tried it out. It worked. Then we tested it to military standards of 461 and 810, which proved to be successful. So thereafter, we introduced that to the DRDO, Naval Science and Technological Lab, who took it up and in their own project designs, and we have successfully indigenized so many other things. We have also done pressure switches, which are very, very major component for all the torpedoes that are being manufactured in India.
So how do you ensure reliability and precision in high stake environment like naval platforms where failure isn't an option? So how do you ensure that?
We selected the components which were not manufactured in India, that were of the highest quality, and we analyzed. We did a bit of reverse engineering. We analyzed all the components, and we came to understand what the composition is, and thereafter it was easy for us to put it together and test it out. Yes, there is no failure is not an option.
No, very true. So you mentioned having your site mentions having a full-fledged in-house tool room to support indigenization work. How has this capability accelerated your R&D and deliver times? Having an in-house tool room, how has that helped? In accelerating R&D, research and development, and delivery times for you.
Really necessary to have a very first-class tool room, your own tool room, because you have to look for the excellence in everything, everywhere. And the instrumentations keep upgrading themselves. So presently, since the volumes are not that high, we are outsourcing a lot of services in India, which from the experts in that facility. So we are taking no chances about this.
Mr. Anil, if you could check on your end. No, we are experiencing audio issues at your end. Okay. So to what extent do you collaborate with other Indian defense and R&D entities or shipyards to co-develop quality systems?
It's been a full-time job doing two instruments. It has been a full-time job doing these two instruments, and we are so we don't have time for any other. Hello.
So coming to your product lineup, which includes from gas to handling systems and vibration monitors to universal measurement buses, weather systems, which product line are best suited for naval operations, and which are seeing increasing crossover into civilian industrial sectors?
Mr. Shetty, we have done the oxygen boosting systems, which was a big challenge for Indian Navy.
You go in.
Shall I go ahead?
Yes, please.
I said oxygen boosting systems was a big challenge for Indian Navy, because all the escape suits from submarine escape suits had to carry those systems for breathing in an emergency. And since it was a matter of safety of life and all that, so that I considered that was our very important development. Thereafter, the EDA test systems were very important. And now we are focusing on the weapon systems which are good for weapon, like pressure sensors and pressure transducers. The pressure transducers give the depth of the position of the article it's in the sea or air or wherever by changing the pressure, by relating with the pressure, and the switch. With the Bharat dynamics. So let us see what comes out of it.
And how do you balance
customization for naval specific application versus scalable modular offerings for broader defense or industrial use?
Very honestly, we are presently only focusing on indigenization of these two instruments. Once we are totally satisfied, this is only then we will look at something else. Our focus is totally on indigenization of the two instruments. Thereafter, we will take up other things. And maybe if we are invited by some other industries to join in, we will do that.
What additional military grade testing or validation regime that you follow to meet Indian Navy standards? Are there anything additional you follow in-house?
Yes, we test everything ourselves. And in the type testing we have done at Samir of Visakhapatnam and at SKC lab, Bangalore. So we have used these labs for testing to get the correct results.
So looking ahead, what areas of technology or innovation
like digital twins, remote diagnostics or AI assisted monitoring are you focusing on for future defense products line?
AI is the thing. We will definitely be going on that path. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time.
And are you planning to
expand beyond marine instrumentation, like into aerospace, land-based defense infrastructure?
Instrumentations that we are doing now are military and aerospace. So there we are already there, and DRDOs like GTRE etc. are using our transducers for making for their engines. So we are very much there. It is just that presently we are focusing only on these instruments for now. Yes, we have plans to do take the path of AI and do more work, which we will do eventually.
So, sir, your company is also associated with
the SwaRaksha event, Mahotsav 2025, which is being held in Visakhapatnam, 23rd to 25th of September. Could you talk about the event as to, you are part of it? What do you think about the event?
I think this event is going to be a very big success, because that will give us a showcase our instruments to all the DRDOs, visiting DRDOs, and we are looking ahead to that.
And finally, before I let you go,
I want to ask get your opinion about us. We are a media house dedicated to entrepreneurship. We cover stories of startups and also MSMEs. We are a dedicated platform. Our platform through our web TV, through our magazine and OTT, we showcase the work that MSMEs, the startups are doing. What do you think about the kind of work we are doing?
I think you're doing a good job, a wonderful job, and please keep it up. And you should have more of such events in the country, so that we get an opportunity to showcase our products. Others to do more in the industry.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for being on our show, and we hope to see you at the event. MyStartup TV would be there. We are live broadcasting the event, the 3-day event, and we will personally catch up with you there at the event. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much.
Viewers, in case you want to have an update of the SwaRaksha Mahotsav 2025, which is to be held in September, 23rd to 25th of September, do follow us on our channel for a live show between 12:30 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. where we bring startups and MSMEs that are going to be part of the SwaRaksha Mahotsav event. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.